Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Laststandgamers, and welcome back to another server tour. Now, this is the second and the last server tour of the Ceverus System, and I have to say the players have been working bloody hard. We've also had a big influx of new players who have joined us on this server, and we'll see a few of their smaller bases there as well. But first off, we're at the XTS Base, and you can see they have built some really large ships. Let's look at the shape of this one. We've seen some of these before in the last server tour, so I'm not going to go into a massive detail on each one. I'll just kind of let you view the awesomeness and see what they've actually expanded on. So a little bit of a hangar bay tucked inside there, smaller one. Then they've got the XTS carrier. Oh, is it a carrier or is it just a large warship? I don't think it's a carrier actually, unless the hangar bay is located in some sort of secret sort of area. Well, very, very cool indeed, and I'm sure knowing them that this one is built quite competitively. Very cool indeed. And then we've got the main XTS tower, and it looks like they've extended some of these little landing pads. They've got some of the small fighters around here as well. Got some more wind turbines, some solar areas. They've got the elevator, the lift to mid-level that we explored in the last episode, so make sure to check that if you want to see that lift work. Main sign spins, press button. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, main sign spins, press button. Okay, which button do we press? Not that one. Not that one. Oh, is it this big one? Okay. So everything opens up. All these doors are open for accessing. Stairway to main hangar. Dangerous reactor room. So we've been down to the reactor room already in the last one. Has there been any change? Oh. Oh, it's actually not doing too well. The reactor actually looks like it's offline. Could possibly be going critical. Well, we better tell them about that. We were never here. So let's continue up, back up the stairs, and we'll have the upper levels to have a look at. So we've got med bay on the upper level, and all the way up to the mid bay hangar in here as well. Really cool base XTS. I'm not going to spend a super long time looking at this, because we explored it in quite a bit of detail in the last one. So continuing up the tower, they've got multiple hangar bays until they dock the larger ships towards the top, and they've still got that cool little railgun up there on that turret. So really nice work XTS there. Is there anything else to have a look at underground before we go? So if we miss something, we always miss something. Well, very cool indeed. Let's continue on. So this time we're going in a reverse order. So we've got XTS, we've got VXD. Now I'm guessing VXD are a smaller faction. So yes they are. You can see that there. Just starting out. We've got a massive influx of new players. So we've got Vendetta. Vendetta looks like they're just starting out as well. Let's have a quick look at their little outpost. Quite a cool little tower. Looks very, very industrial. Quite a lot of work here as well. It looks like Vendetta's working away on a ship, trying to print one off or build one up ready for the events later this week. Let's continue on. So from Vendetta we have UOC. Okay, so that looks like another one of the starter players. We've got the Onion by Cyclos. So this is RAB's base. Let's have a look what's going on here. So I'm hearing some clang. That's not a good sign. Not a good sign. Maybe it's a few objects that have been stuck around. We'll let everything load in. So RAB, once again, are one of the much larger factions, and they have expanded a lot on this base. So let's take a look. So you can see we've got the massively large solar array. We'll try and work out what that clang is as well while we're going around. Something's phasing with something. I think it could be to do with that ship there. We'll check that out in a second. Let everything load in. So yeah, we've got this one of these RB ships here. We've got the RB printer. Doesn't sound good, that, does it? Let's just quickly check if it's a floating small object. Trash cleanup. And we need to go to other, and we remove the floating object. See if that's it. Could have just been something stuck in the armour. Look at this tower as well. Look how beautiful this is. So this is one of the items that they built for the server tour. They've got these cool little clock towers. Is it like a church? Let's go inside and have a look. So we've got some sort of Warhammer artwork. Is it Warhammer artwork? I'm not too sure. Oh, this is very cool. Very cool and interesting creation. Got some memes along these corridors. Access into what looks just to be a facade at the moment. Very cool. Hi Mars. Oh. Yeah, the players do come up with some cool things. Let's continue. Let's have a little bit of a look down here under this one. So this ship actually had a fight in one of the battles the other day. Look at the design of that. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it? The white colour and red. We've got this little rusty compound down here. I'm guessing belongs to one of the players. Up into this area we have a sort of drop ship / carrier. You can see the fighters are docked in here, quite tightly packed. Yep, there is, I think, 5 fighters in here in total. Very cool indeed. Drop pod sort of wings on either side. Coming over here we've got like a mini Star Destroyer. And we've got another small combat sort of frigate type ship. Very cool indeed. What's this though? This some sort of like glowing reactor core or turret platform. I really like the idea of these weird... Oh, it's wheels. It's wheels in this... Yeah, it's like a weird reactor core or something. Or defense grid. And a cool little hover vehicle at the side. What's that in the cockpit there? Oh, that's just the seat. I thought it was like a robot in there. It's a little RAB transport by the look of it. So it's got some pods, some transport in the back. Very nice, very sleek little design that. Let's get our lights back on and continue working. So we've got one of the RAB defense turrets here. I missed this one in the last time. Look at that, it's like a battleship turret. Very cool. Then across here we've got the various different bunks, I think. Different modules. Very nice. We've got this little transport ship. So I'm guessing this is useful for picking up players who have ran out of jetpack fuel. Also, they can build on that platform and not have to worry about fuel running out. Could be a cool idea. We've got a welder and grinder with adjustable heads. And over here we've got some sort of drop pod. So I believe this is a little drop pod for dropping RAB faction members down. Very cool. I love that. Another RAB fighter here. So we've got various different hangar bays now to explore. We've got one for the miner down there. We've got this door that's now completed with 2 fighters in. And we've got this door over here with yellow stripes with the gunships in. Almost look like the Valkyries from 40k. I'm noticing a bit of 40k flavour in this base. So there you go, you can see there, they're quick to deploy. All got multiple ways out, not just trapped through one hangar bay door. That's always a good thing. And that hangar bay there is empty, so let's have a quick look behind the wall and see what else is going on. So we've got a bit of a mine drill down there. We've got production towards the back here through the corridor. Very, very cool indeed. Lovely base RAB. And then it wraps up here to a double barrel railgun turret. Absolutely lovely base that. I really do like that one indeed. Let's continue on. So away from trash removal and all the way down to the bottom, we are moving on. So we've got the waves of the static grids. We've got the pit layers that also don't name the things very correctly, so we struggle. So that looks like someone just starting out. So moving away from all the small grids, we've got SCV, another one of the starting players here by the look of it. A little starter base. Left a projector on though, we'll have to deal with that later. RSA, what have they been up to? What has Josh been up to? Well, I'll tell you what Josh been up to. He's actually been making another clang device that I had to remove this morning. They were attempting to print another one of these big balloons that seems to really like to fall over. Hold on, there was more balloons here before. What happened? There was 2 balloons docked here. Oh, there we go. There's the other one. So yeah, they did have a 3rd balloon started to be printed here, but it just started going crazy. I had no choice but to remove it. So these are these giant blimps. I've not had any issues with the blimps though over the last week or so. Look how cool they are. They've got that carrier deck on the top. That's the one we saw last time. And then this is the newer one. So another blimp sort of design. They're just so cool. They're very unique. It's nice when players just take a totally different take on the building. And they've got the base defense platform here at the bottom. So going down into the tunnel, we have their main base, main hangar sort of hold. And it's only been extended out to their production, hydrogen storage and cargo storage. But still quite a large facility. Very, very cool indeed. It's got this rear hangar at the back as well for smaller fighters. Lovely base there. Let's move on. Oh, hold on. What have we missed here? What's this ship? Oh, this is the drill ship. Yeah, I've seen this one before. Very, very cool indeed. Let's continue on. So going back down, past the small grids. RSA, we've done them. And we have... Who's PP? Oh, so that's Baby Peanut. That's one of the newer players. One of the newer solos. We've got the Rex of PMC, by the look of it. We've got the PMC Base. Let's have a look what's happened at the PMC Base. So you can see we've got these cool orange, well not orange, is it yellow and purple? Yellow and purple seem to go really well together. Look at this one. Reminds me like a, oh it's half built, but it reminds me of like a blaster from Halo for some reason. You have to tell me what you think of it in the comment section below, but very cool. We've got like a tank chassis down here as well. That's not lifted off the ground, so we'll have to have words about that. But very, very cool indeed. And we've got this, that's some sort of plunge miner with hydrogen. Interesting little base, especially for a solo. And then inside here, it looks like they've came under attack a little bit. But they did have fighters within these hangars to respond. Very nice indeed. Very cool for a solo. So let's move ourselves on. So from PMC, we have got Martyr 2. That is a Blackbird, so that's Dash. We'll have a quick look at Dash's base. Very cool. It's all loading up. Dash have a giant big hangar that will appear here shortly. And usually they're quite a PvP orientated faction. They like getting action with other players, having a good battle, a good shootout, so to say. They've got this nice big hangar. And in my opinion, this is an example of how to build a good above ground base that's relatively safe. All this is quite easily replaceable, but it stops a direct attack and gives you time to get the ships out from a railgun attack or an attack from above. So very cool indeed. We've got 2 of these large green ships in a very interesting greeny slime colour. It reminds me of like a bogey. I mean, no offence to the ships are absolutely lovely, but the bogey green. So this one's being half printed by the wheel locking printer. So as this moves along, it locks onto the merge blocks to keep it stable. That I think is really quite great for performance. And then this rotates, prints off, and wheels along. So they've really took a lot of time and thought into making a stable large printer. That's really important. You can get a little bit of like a cutaway section there into the ship as well. We've got a little small welding ship down there. So really cool, nice to see the Dash faction expand, and we'll see them in that end fight, definitely wanting a bit of a punch up. So, continuing down our list, what have we got next? So we've got the Mark V by Blackbird, we've been there, we've got the main base by General Fuzzy Toes. So let's have a quick look at this one, because this is one of them bases that I don't think would be seen because of the way it's named. So we've got this beautiful, is it a tealy blue? Going on there, we've got an interesting looking printer mechanism. I think we've seen something like this before. We've got rockets all on the front, production out in the open. It looks like the focus has just been getting this ship running so that they can get to some battles. I totally understand towards the end. And then inside here we have the beginnings of their base. Yeah, so if you do join late, then it's probably best to put all your efforts into building yourself one big ship so you can get some of the fights and some of the fun. Let's continue on. So, where are we going next? We've had a look through there. We've got the Ice Hauler, that's Josh on. We've got the TRL Base, so that's another starter platform. We've got the Delete Me, that could be done with be deleted. We've got DRF, that we're not going to see, and we'll just start moving up and trying to get to the proper faction one. So this is Lake House. Now Lake House hasn't played for a while, but when Lake House played in the past, he built some serious equipment. So let's see what Lake House has got in store for us at their base. So we've got this camo facility, all desert tan. Got some cool drill ships, fighters, different sorts of crafts, and a welding ship down there. And this is most likely his baby. Look at this. I saw this show up to a fight I think it must have been a week back, and it really took some pummeling and gave it out as well. That I thought was really cool. It's got decoys in some really key locations that I think is important, and all the thrusters are protected by armor. So you can see a lot of experience has gone into this design and building it. Very, very cool indeed. Weapons mostly located on the top. I do believe we've got some on the bottom here as well. We'll have a quick dip inside and see if there's an interior for it. So yeah, it's just an interior that's accessible for himself and his welders to get in there. Very cool indeed. Let's move on. So from Lake House, we'll scroll down ourselves. We'll bring it back up and past the Gal base, past the Delete Me stuff, and we're actually into the first, I think, of the people who have named the stuff. So SCV. Another small base, XTS WLF. Let's have a look. So another small base, another starter. Like I said, we've had an absolute influx of new players coming in. UIS, we've got the Welder Boy. So this is the Unicorn base. So expect to see some unicorns in here. Okay, let everything load up. And here we are back at the Unicorn facility. Hang on, I've not seen any unicorns about. Are they stored inside today? Oh, wow. There's been a unicorn mass production. What was shocking about these as well is they showed up, and yes, they look like a unicorn, but they certainly give out some firepower. All the firepower is tucked in here, and ooh, these whacked some DRF ships. It was really cool to see. When they did get into the tunnels at the uranium mine, they did have one issue though, and I think it was the unicorn golden tip was getting stuck a little bit on some of the locations. The other funny thing about these is they've got a drill located underneath, and it's not the most practical, as I saw Fluffy trying to drill with it, but it's certainly a, you know, a fun feature to say the least. 2 drills there, a welding ship, and we've got this sort of platform above for maximum power production day and night. Oh, there's more unicorns here as well. So they're maxed out on unicorns ready for the final battle. So let's continue on. So away from the unicorns, we have ourselves TRL. So Tim. Ooh, what has Tim been up to? Now, Tim's built some really impressive things in the past, but this time he's built a shipwreck. I'm joking. The base probably hasn't loaded in. Oh, here we go. I nearly missed it there. So this is Tim's base. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that. That is a cool little viewing room. Get you a lovely view of the valley. Coming into here with the blast doors. Wow, nice work, Tim. This is almost like a proper underground facility. Like a storefront inside here. Really nice. I really like that. Then coming back through another airlock, we're into the main hangar. Yeah, it's just something really nice about this place. Just how it's illuminated as well. We'll turn our lights back on so we can have a look at Tim's ship. So is this like a transport carrier? That's what it looks like. It's got like a flat deck. It reminds me of something from the old 2142. It's got some hinges there at the back, so maybe it had a ramp on it at one point for loading rovers and other craft too. Some basic defense on the side. A drill ship there, and then I think this must be like a small compact fighter design with missiles. I really like that. It looks like one of them super modern sort of drones. What's tucked in inside here? Oh, a Gatling gun array to spice things up. Really cool base, Tim. Let's move on. So scrolling ourselves down a little bit further, we are moving on from TRL to STF. Let's see what STF have been working on. So we are seeing some new bases that we didn't feature in the last one because they weren't too far along, but we're also seeing the expansion of some existing bases. So we've got this cool ship up on the top there. We've got a printing system, and then we've got this tunnel entrance. Not too much has come along here. I can tell. Looks like they've got some sort of skull down here. That's very cool, like a dinosaur skull. Let's just move out to the wall. So we've got hydrogen storage over this side. Is this a hangar bay over here? Yeah, hangar bay or some sort of production hub over this side. Really nice underground bunker. It certainly feels rusty and quite authentic. Yeah, I like that sort of base. A lot of hole sort of designs. It looks like it's come under attack though recently. Or maybe there's been some sort of malfunction accident with printing or whatnot. Another small little ship there. These small ones can be quite deadly in the right hands, especially at taking out some of the smaller fighter grids. And then we've got a power tower, so to say, rising up there. Let's continue on. So STF, we've just had a look at them. Where are we going next? So we've got SMB. Oh, this is Lake House. So we've been there already. We've got RSA. We have not been there just yet. That is our good old friend Cajun. Cajun is one of our moderators, always helping us out with events, making it a lot easier on us. So something about Cajun, he always loves his castles and he always loves his structures. So this time I think he's finished the outside of this one. A while ago there was this big hatch, and I think this still is a big hatch here. It's for getting the larger ships out instead of using the door. We've got LCDs out of this area, lots of turrets, just a massive armoured wall really that's double thickness like you can see there to stop incoming projectiles. And inside here we've got little control systems so we control his weapons from outside, drills, and the house like we saw before. But what is new is the door, like I said before, and we've got this cool little plane, attack plane as well. This sort of docking area up there. It is super easy as a solo just to run out of time with your production, but you can always take one of these and put it in your own world at the end and continue building and developing it. So let's continue on. So we've had a look at RSB. Let's have a quick look at RCE. So this is Stretched little... Oh, so it looks like Stretched is going for a rover. Some people that have gone for rovers. It's interesting. Little starting rover with a drill ship there on the top. And is this a welding ship? Yeah, so a drill ship, welding ship, and a big red rover. Let's continue on. So we've had a look at Lake House. We've had a look at RSA. I'm just trying not to miss anyone because it's the last one. It always sucks when you miss people. So we've got Nod. We have not been to Mops. We've not been to Roffletron. Oh, we've also got Knob to have a look at. We'll have to have a quick flick there, and we'll see. So Mop. So this is Roffletron. Roffletron has been busy. Roffletron and Ryan have been busy. Yeah, so they've got 3 large ships ready to compete at the end. They have got the mighty I believe it is a Conrad statue. Yes, it's a mighty Conrad statue that actually raises out of the ground. So inside here is a railgun turret. It raises out the ground with Conrad on top of it and blasts whoever comes in. There's a British flag over this side. And you've got these cool little hangar bays inside here as well with a picture of the Queen there. Production and everything you need. So a really cool base, Roffletron there. It shows what the power of a few players can do and come up with, especially building. Look at them cheeks. Oh, great. People, you know, maybe we need to do like a human sculpture composition for Space Engineers. Little hangar bay there. And that is the Roffletron facility. Roffletron and Ryan, I should say. Let's continue on. So we've got a few more to have a look at. We've had a look at mob. We've got GDE game stock. Let's have a look what is at the game stock outpost. Another new player startup. So they've got a little bit of a base down here with a welder and pod. So a lot of players joining that second week. They started a little base and we're in debate if it's worth starting or not at this late time. And it's always good just to build, whack out a big ship. Other factions will help you. And you'll get started. So we've got FAL. So another one of the players who quickly joined towards the end. And they begin building this facility. Look at this fighter, that's cool, isn't it? I like the little tips at the back there. Got some drills. Yeah, so a little bit of a base. Another example of what a solo can do in just a few days. And there we go. I think we have seen most of the things. Now we've still got D&D, we've got BAT to do. So let's go to the D&D base. Let's see what Callum's been up to. Now, I'm not expecting a lot of change here at Callum's base, because I know Callum's not been playing for a week or so, but we can have a quick glance, see if anything's changed. It looks like they've reinstalled the elevator. Very good indeed. It was a very cool feature. Me and Conrad broke it multiple times, though, while having a play. And then we are getting to the last few. So, we've got the BAT HQ. So, Yo-Yo. Let's see if Yo-Yo's built anything further over at the BAT HQ. So Yo-Yo's ship looks still to be outside. This one's got like a little mouth with a cool hovering car in there. Very cool ship indeed. We've got one of the hangar bays with a glass window with the drill ship in there now. And then inside here we have a back cargo pod. And we have a giant hedgehog. Yes! This is what I'm talking about. The great hedgehog. All praise the hedgehog. All love the hedgehog. All be the hedgehog. So this hedgehog was actually inside the starting ships, and it looks like Yo-Yo has been feeding the hedgehog quite a lot, because it's now become a very, very large cave hedgehog. But very cute, very cute. The girlfriend will definitely be happy seeing that, seeing that's in here. So, well, let's continue on. So, we don't have many left. We don't have many left at all. ASI. What has Aurora been up to? What has Aurora been up to? Let's have a look. So we've got our standard sort of windmill. What's this? Is this like a little production hub or I'm seeing like an entranceway and cargo in here. So yeah, that must be like the production hub. Welding system over on that side, and then a Auroran ship here that looks like it's either not complete or is missing some blocks for some reason. Interesting. Is anything down underground? No, nothing under there. So then we move on up. So we've got Dash, we've already been to. Let's have a look at OT. OT is one of the newer players who've just popped in. Oh, we've already seen OT. We've seen Nod. We've seen Dash. So that, I believe, is our server tour. That is everyone on the server. We've had to look at all the grids. Let me know in the comment section which factions grids you really enjoyed in this server tour, and which factions grids you think will have a chance in battling in the end event and becoming victorious. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.